I think there's no denying that today is a bit of a shit day, if I'm being completely honest. And if you don't know why, I hate to break the news to you, but today was the day Saints Row was originally planned to release. I think a lot of us right now, at least in the Saints Row community, kind of just sitting here like, what could have been? What could have actually happened if Saints Row did come out at this time? It'd have been very cool. Um, Today we could be on the new game going, oh my god, we've waited so long for this. But I think what's important to remember is we'd have probably got the game and been very disappointed, being completely honest. The delay was not there for no reason. It was there so they could make the perfect Saints Row and the Saints Row that we all want to enjoy. So we don't have a buggy mess and we don't have a game with the reception of Agents of Mayhem. And I think it was very important that they did this. I mean, like I said, there's no denying that we're all just sitting here a bit like, man, it'd been kind of cool to play Saints Row today. I myself am 100% feeling like that. But if you are feeling a bit bummed out, what I'm going to say is, look, they did it for an important reason. Like I said, they are polishing the game and making sure that we just don't have a really unstable, broken mess of a game. Now, what I think you should remember if you are a bit bummed out about Saints Row not releasing today would be, if Saints Row did release today, you would be disappointed. You'd sit there and you'd go, wow, we waited that long for that. You know, a buggy mess that needed to be fixed. We gotta wait, oh, well, we've got the game, but now we have to wait for the 30-day patch, the 90-day patch. I think it would have just been disappointment all round. And I know that this is going to be hard to hear for a lot of people, because I know a lot of people were actually excited for it. Especially in my community. I know a ton of you guys were sitting here going, man, I would have loved to have had Saints Row, but now we have to wait another 5 months. And it is rough, for sure. I'm feeling it, personally. I'm sitting here just like, man, it'd been so cool to have a new sandbox to mess around with. I could have played in Santo Aliso. We could have had a blast, but unfortunately, that just didn't happen. And I think that while it is a bit annoying and it is a little upsetting, I'm glad it happened though. I'm glad that they decided to make the decision to just be like, we need more time. Let's make a good game. You know what I mean? Let's not just rush to get it out there and have the game flop. Let's get a game that we're happy with, and I think that is very important. So, you know, like I said, if you're feeling a bit bummed out, then I'm completely with you. But today we're going to discuss what would have happened if Saints Row released today, because obviously it was very close to being like this. And I think it'd be an interesting thing to talk about, because, you know, Saints Row news isn't exactly high right now. There's not a great deal to talk about at the moment. So what we're going to do in this video today is we're going to talk about what would have happened if Saints Row did release today. How would we be feeling, and what would our initial thoughts be? I think that to start off with, we'd have had an initial big surge in hype. My channel could have had like thousands more views than it normally does, and that is definitely a little bit disappointing, I can't lie. But on top of that, we'd have all been sitting there playing this new game and experiencing this new world, probably ran into a ton of bugs, and it would eventually have got to us and annoyed us a bit. I think the reception of the game would have been way worse than it's going to be when the game actually comes out, and I think that people would have sat there and complained their absolute asses off. It is definitely interesting to think like what the reception would be like. I mean, we don't know what the reception's actually going to be like still. I mean, it is still very much possible to change, but I think it's definitely going to be a lot better than it would have been if it released today. I think that most of us would have just sat here and felt a bit, I don't know, a bit like, wow, that was it. It's a bit empty. There's lots of bugs. It's not a AAA product. It's not a full-on game. It just feels a bit, you know, half-assed and unfinished. And I think that realistically, we'd have all just sat here disappointed and upset. I think you'd have seen a ton of Saints Row content creators quit, if I'm being honest, because, you know, if we got another game the level of Agents of Mayhem, which is unfinished, buggy, and needs fixing, I think that a lot of Saints Row creators already who are on the edge of being like, I'm not sure about this new direction for Saints Row, they'd have just gone, I'm out. There's no point me supporting a series when we get such a buggy game, which again is another reason why I'm happy we have the delay. I think it's something worth thinking about. I think we'd have had a ton of trailers leading up to this point as well. I think hype definitely would have been high. With more trailers coming out leading up to this point, but I do think that we inevitably would have been disappointed on the 25th when it comes out, aka today. So what I'm going to say is, if you are, like, I know I said this a couple times now, but if you're feeling a bit shit, if you are feeling a bit down, if you're feeling just a bit like, man, I could have had the new game today, we all are, for one. But it is for the greater good, and it will mean we'll have a better product when the game does inevitably come out. That's all I wanted to say. Short little video just talking about my thoughts about if the game came out, you know, what would have happened, and why I do think that this is the right direction for Saints Row here, and I'm glad that we did get this delay. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next video, guys. It'll be a good one.